Sunday?
I don't know why I'm making this pick, because everything tells me the analytics and the numbers say the Falcons should lose this ball game.
Really?
But I'm going to
Good. Keep talking.
No, I'm going to take the Falcons. Because if you look at the numbers, Skip, offensively, Matt Ryan is playing at an MVP level. He's playing better, equal to, if not better than the year that he won the MVP. All of a sudden, they found a way to get Julio Jones. He's getting the ball into the end zone.
Yep.
I think what happened last week, the Falcons overestimated how good they were and how good they were playing, while underestimating, they're looking at the Browns. Man, they ain't won but a handful of games. No, we got them. And the next thing you know, they're getting there and the Browns get a touchdown. They start feeling good about themselves. And now you got a dogfight in your hands. They know the Cowboys are more than capable of beating them. So I believe they'll be on their best behavior. But I'm sure Zeke is like, man, Nick Chubb went for $170 on y'all? With that offensive line, I think offensive line better. I know I'm better than Nick Chubb, so he's chomping at the bit.
He is.
The Falcons are a big play, quick strike offense. But I think maybe the key to their success, they're going to have to run the ball. They're going to have to limit the Cowboys' offense. And who'd ever thought I would say limit the Cowboys' offense when they're 24th in scoring and 27th in total offense. But the Cowboys can run you out of the building with Zeke and make Matt Ryan and that high-powered offense, null and void. You get the ball, you start having the ball 33, 35, 37 minutes. Now Matt Ryan's going to be in a situation where, okay, I see my defense struggling. I'm going to have to take more chances, put the ball in harm's way. Now, it helps that they get a Pro Bowl linebacker, Deion Jones, back. That's a big deal. That's a big addition for them.
He is the driving force of that defense.
If I'm the Falcons, I'm hell-bent on getting the Cowboys to 3rd and long and take Zeke out of the equation. And the way you take Zeke out of the equation on 3rd down, Skip, is that you can't let him go for 5. You can't let it be 3rd and 3. You can't let it be that, because now they can run Zeke, they can throw the ball, they can also get Dak into the zone read, which I know you love. So for the Falcons to win this game, they're going to have to put the Cowboys behind the 8 ball. Put the ball in Dak Prescott's hand. And I'm not talking about when Zeke's running for 150, 170 yards, nothing like that. Make him throw for 325. And if he does that, you walk to the center of the field at the end of the game and say, son, that was a heck of a game, and you move on. I don't think he's capable of doing it.
Dak Prescott, I hope you're watching right now, because Shannon Sharp, the Hall of Fame tight end, has called you out once more on Undisputed, ridiculing your ability to throw the football. Thank you.
How did I ridicule?
Thank you. He called you a bust before. Now he's slightly moonwalking the bust. He's saying he's just below average. But Dak,
what does the numbers say, Skip? What does QBR say? What does QBR say?
Last Sunday night at Philadelphia, it said 27-20 Dallas. That's what it said.
Oh, so that's what it said. But so Zeke didn't have anything to do with that, huh?
He had some to do with it.
The tackling Dutchman.
Dak was
extraordinary. Who was Defensive Player of the Week in the NFC? The tackling Dutchman.
Leighton Vander Esch.
Yeah, now
I'm all in.
Yeah.
I'm all in. I was all out the day after the draft.
You sure were.
So, like you, because I've thought this for several weeks before this, I believe my Dallas Cowboys will lose at Atlanta. I also fervently believe my Dallas Cowboys are going to win the NFC East by winning 5 of their last 6 games to finish 9-7, to your Eagles 8-8 and Washington's 8-8. And I stand by that. But I do not love this Sunday at Atlanta, because I don't love it that Atlanta lost to Baker Mayfield. I don't love that. I would like my chances more if they had just taken care of business at Cleveland. Now they're a desperate 4-5 team back on their turf and their building. And I haven't gotten over what happened 1 year ago last Sunday at Atlanta. It was a debacle. It was a nightmare. It was an all-time disaster, and I wasn't ready for it, but Zeke got suspended. And all of a sudden, Ty Smith could not go, and Chaz Green had to sub for him at left tackle. And Sean Lee got hurt early in the game, and the defense didn't have its driving force, and nightmares occurred because Dak went down 8 times, thanks in large part to Chaz Green, who now, God bless him, you realize he's a New Orleans Saint, so maybe his life has changed. Maybe he's Super Bowl bound now.
Well, considering Drew Brees has only been sacked 9 times, he's not playing.
I don't think he's playing.
Exactly. There you go.
He's on reserve there, and they better hope that he stays on reserve, because that was disastrous. It was Atlanta 27-7. So I'm back to, it scares me because the biggest change that I saw in my Cowboys on Sunday night at Philadelphia was Xavier Su'a-Filo. He was the new left guard in place of the young man, the kid, the rookie, Connor Williams, that I keep saying, he's a disaster at left guard. He is the weak link. Every time I look up, he's getting beaten inside. And all of a sudden, I looked up Sunday night, and I didn't even hear the name of the left guard the whole night because you didn't either, because he was good. And now Connor Williams is back practicing, and I think he's... Yeah, I know.
He needs to play. But
I told you, Hudson Houck is the greatest offensive line coach I was ever around, and he just came out of retirement now 3 weeks ago, and I think he's starting to have impact on this offensive line just the way the second greatest offensive line coach I was ever around, Bill Callahan, is doing. He's working minor miracles in Washington right now as their offensive line coach. But Hudson Houck having impact. And yet I step back from this and I say, what evidence do I have that my Cowboys can win 2 in a row? Because they haven't all year. Well, I saw potential greatness at Philly. I'm just not sure they can carry it on to Atlanta. But I did see Jason Garrett call a fake punt on 4th and 2 from the 31. Way to go, Jason. I saw Scott Linehan finally, out of probably job-saving desperation, pull his head out and call an inspired game. And I saw that Amari Cooper, just on not only performance, but on presence, I saw him start to open everything up for Cole Beasley and Michael Gallup and all of a sudden Allen Hurns. And I saw Zeke start to actually play his way into better shape. He started looking at the end of the game like he had some stamina left in him. And I saw a Dak Prescott that was vintage 2016 or the first half of 2017. I saw him bounce back to that level of performance.
I didn't see that, but okay.
And my defense, I saw Jalen Smith, and I saw the tackling Dutchman flying all around and bedeviling Carson Weince. And yet, I look at my defense. What's the fatal flaw of my defense? They are allowing the 29th worst third down conversions in the league. And I don't get that because Mariota went 11 for 14 on third down.
Atlanta's the second ranked third down.
They're the worst. They're 31st. So it's 29th to 31st.
No, I'm saying Atlanta's offense.
Oh, okay. They convert.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
That's why this scares me. That's why I'm going Atlanta 30-24, because I think on that turf with that group of wideouts, that Matt Ryan's going to put up 30. He just doesn't he always put up 30 or more?
Especially at home. They're tough to beat at home. But that should be concerning to the Atlanta, is because if you're 31st in third down, allowing third downs, that means the Cowboys with their running up, and they found something, Skip. I think Zeke, I would be shocked if Zeke doesn't have, especially now, if they fall behind, obviously you try to eliminate the running game, and that's what the Falcons are going to try and do. But if this game can remain close, I can see Zeke having somewhere between 25 and 30 carries and being upwards of 150 to 200 yards rushing.
Okay. So last Sunday night was a must-win for my team. This is not a must-win. Obviously not a division game, and with 3 of the next 4 at home, and the last 3 are very winnable for my Cowboys. They got the easiest closing schedule. I'll be okay on Monday if they lose at Atlanta. Obviously, I hope they win. I hope for some of the reasons you point out, maybe they can win time of possession and somehow steal this game. But I haven't recovered from a year ago, and it just feels wrong to me.
If he hasn't recovered from a year ago, player perspective, has Dak recovered from a year ago? Does something like that haunt you and stay with you?
I don't know. You tell me that Wentz.
You asked the wrong guy.
Recovered from last year. I don't think he recovered from last year. The
year before.
The playoffs.
He didn't recover from Mississippi State at Alabama. Right?
So
Never recovered.
I'm you know, you hate when guys don't, the big moments, the big stage. Oh, that's what I love Baker. That's why I love Deshaun. The big moments against Alabama.
What were they, like 21-point underdogs?
Johnny Manziel did it.
Yeah, he did.
Chad Kelly.
He lit him up twice in a row.
And Chad, you know, he knocked on the door. He went in the house and sat out on the couch.
He put 40 on him, did he? Twice in a row?
I don't know. I don't remember.
Yeah, I told you he was the future of your Broncos until he had an unfortunate incident.
Well, you just can't go in somebody's house and sit down and just start carrying a conversation.
I think Mr. Elway's going to say that's enough of that.
Well, he did say that was enough of that. Okay. You can't go sit on someone's couch at 1 o'clock in the morning and start carrying on the conversation.
Dak, are you listening? You just got called out.
Who called him out? Who called him out?
You.
What did I say?
What didn't you say?
All I said is
Big
that
moments.
if
He
I-
crumbles.
if I'm a D coordinator, I want the ball in his hands.
Yeah.
And if he throws for 320 and 3 touchdowns, you walk and you shake his hand.
I want the ball in his hands on Sunday.
I don't
all
want the ball
game
in
long.
Zeke's hand.
I want it in his hands. Sometimes I want it in and out of Zeke's hands and hold on to it and take off stage left.
Come on, Gady. Tank. What is it? Tank McKinley. Come on, Tank. Grady Jarrett. Big B. It's time for you to show up, bro.
Well, you're going to be rooting like crazy.
I am.
You're going to have a bad Monday if they.
Deion Jones coming back. That thumper from LSU.
Yep, he's a thumper. Yep. Okay. I give up on this one, but I'm not giving up on the East.
You got a case to do?
Yeah, we got lots of cases to do on this one.
East is
We
a
got
hot mess.
3 versus 3. You got Philly for 3 cases. I got Dallas for 3. That's what you told me.
Yeah, in the division, in the play, in the
division.
oh, y'all not winning
Yeah.
the division.
No, not on this
Oh,
game.
you don't want that on this game?
Heck no.
Well, I want like 10 cases against New Orleans.
Do you? Oh, that's big of you. Go out on the limb.
You at home?
Yeah.
You say you love them at home. They
I'll
don't
see
look.
how I feel going into that game. Just give me time.
I think you will feel nauseous.
Do we ever share the cases, by the way?
Well, I'm only up 11, so. And do you think I'll
You
ever
share
get
11
paid?
cases?
Do you think I'll
You
get
got paid last year.
I got paid, like 3 months into the show.
Yeah.
I got paid in December of 2016.
Skip, I gave you like 14 cases.
I know, but now
You
it's
should-
back to 11.
You guys are having some Draymond Durant beef right now. Do the Eagles have any shot at upsetting